Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we're talking MERCS. MERCS Recon Counter Threat, a fully cooperative game for 2 to 5 players, brought to you by Recon Games. MERCS Recon Counter Threat, CCC or EU.Inc. MERCS Recon is a fully cooperative standalone game set in the exciting world of MERCS. Infiltrate a building filled with unknown assailants, capture and interrogate worker citizens, then breach and secure the objectives to complete the mission. The modular building setup system and engaging fog of war mechanic builds tension and guarantees a unique playing experience every time. MERCS Recon is fast, fun, and addicting miniatures board game. It utilizes the same dynamic, high-quality MERCS used in the MERCS tabletop miniatures game. It's for 1 to 5 players. Playtime is about 90 minutes for ages 12 and up. For more information, go to megacongames.com. And this was released in 2015 by Recon Games. So let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness is inside the box. So right off the bat, we've got our rule book. So we've got ourselves our Recon, tells you all the game components. Building setup, mission card, setting up the buildings, player board, setting up the player boards, setting up the op, playing the game, agent phase, moving agents, what is an agent, draw an event card, everybody's working for the weekend, Sec4 card, employee ID card and token, Op4 phase, MERCS phase, refresh phase, status effects, combat, end of game. The game ends when the MERCS have completed the mission. If both victory and defeat conditions occur in the same game round, then the MERCS win. Defeat. If the reinforcement track reaches 10, the MERCS lose. If the MERCS destroy any objective through the B and C, so the mission cannot be continued, they lose. If all the MERCS die or enough die that the mission cannot be completed, they lose. There's your attack, excessive force, defense, attack rolls, defense rolls, collateral damage, discs, death, capture, interrogation, area of effect, status, conditions, different actions that you can take, reserve actions, combined actions, breach and clear tile, Op4 positions, breach and clear setup, non-objective associated breaches. Okay, and a whole bunch of other stuff here. So you have a total of 15 pages of rules in the back, a quick reference, game round, agent phase, agent phase, OPF, OP4 phase, MERCS phase, then refresh phase, server, power core, robot arm, weapons rack, open terminal, and safe. And of course, command for point actions, all the stuff right there. We got the game credits. And of course, for more information, go to megacongames.com. Again, this was released in 2015. So there you go. There is your rulebook. You also have your cheat sheet for CCC, corporate ability, location North America. You got your leader, your demolition, your breacher, incinerator, and gunner. Those are the characters. So you got 5 characters play for CCC. You have EU, Inc. from Europe. So you've got a leader, a sergeant, you got a medic, a shock trooper, and an analyst. Here's the basic information about them. You got a large game board here. Looks like a tracker board for your characters. Okay. Yep, front and back are different where they come in. Okay. So there's one of your game boards. You have an additional game board. Nice thick cardboard. Nice thick cardboard, really liking that. Looks like inside an office building. Okay. Then you have a bunch of little tiles, which seem to be falling straight out of their holder. These tiles are a little thinner. So they do tend to, like I said, they do tend to pop out. And as we always say, if they're really high quality and thick, they should pop right back in. And in this case here, they pop in, but they tend to fall right back out again. So not saying they're not good quality, just saying that they are a little thinner and they do fall out pretty quickly. So we may have that problem while I'm showing it to you. So as I just said. All right, so let's pull these out, make it easy on us. So we got one that looks like this. One that looks like that. And you got these here. Okay. Try to put them in the best I can. Then we got the next one. Got your second sheet. Got your third sheet. These are all smaller hallways and offices. They're all individual. I guess the white one is for if you want to make your own or whatever, because it's a blank. This one has a couple of blanks. And one big office room. Oh, that's one big piece. Another big piece. They're nicely detailed. I do like them. And then we got some smaller rooms. Let's see, you got the data center, operations, security, data center, R&D, you got an armory, the bio lab. And then you have a full, again, they're popping out left and right here, so. Not sure what that is. This almost looks like some sort of lab. But it's one big piece. And get another office space. Again, all these little icons, the 1s, the 0, the 3, that's all explained to you in the rule book. And I got another sheet here. Very cool. Very cool. Now you got your casualty pool, it says here. Casualty pool. Employee, Sec 4 1 and 2, Sec 4 3 and 4. Okay, so it's a casualty pool. So it looks like these connect together. Okay, it's a wound tracker. All right, put that over here. Got your priority tracker. So this goes, so the board gets set up in between these here, and this goes around the board. Right. So the tracker goes around the whole thing. All right, then we got this here. Different numbers here. Reinforcement track. So I pop those out. So if I pop that out, yeah, so it's a section of the board basically. All right, so this would connect like this again. This would connect in here like this. So you can see it. So it would be a reinforcement track. And again, all the ones over here that we just pulled out, they all fit in here. Okay, so throw that on top of here. This over here, throw that on top of here. So you have one side and you have the security track on the other side. You got it right there, so that takes care of this. Let's see what else we got in the box here. So we have some more tokens, as they say. So let's rip this thing. Hopefully we can get this thing off in one shot. So it looks like you got two. Oh, looks like you got a couple. You got a couple sets of tokens here. Now again, these tokens here are pretty thin. Again, nice quality, high quality. But again, they're a little thinner, so they might just start popping out as we're opening it here. Because I see some of them as I'm taking the shrink wrap off. I see some of them are kind of getting dislodged. I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, cool. So it's a one set or two? It looks like, it's two separate sets. So we're gonna try to, that's one piece fell out already. So try to put that back in. All right, so we've got technicians, administrators, so people who happen to be around the cannon fodder. We've got a bunch of tokens. We've got some evil scientists hanging out there. We've got a bunch of explosions. We've got some blanks there. Not sure what those are used for. You flip this over. You got some workers. You have a bunch of workers, server, power core. Once we saw already, some more workers. And as you can see, some of these are just, they're just falling out. Again, they're thinner, and that's okay. But again, there are some explosions. So we got a bunch of explosions. So it looks like we're really having some explosions in this game. All right. Sec 4-3, like some guys coming into reinforcements or whatever it may be. Some gaping holes caused by these explosions. Lots of big explosions. Some black and some red. Oh, got sec 4-2s and 3s. Sec 4s 1s. So it looks like as the number goes up, the more armor they have on and the better weapons they have. So like these guys are your cannon fodder. Sector 2, they get a little bit, as you can tell, they get a little bit more heavily armed, and the Sector 3s are the really heavily armed security forces. So there you go. Okay, there you go. So that's cool tokens right there, and of course you got wound markers and other things there. What else we got here? All right, so we got bases for the figures that you got to build. We got all kinds of custom dice. Looks like they're D8s. So let's pull one of those out so you can take a look at these. Looks like you have a black, red, and yellow. So all the red are the same, all the yellow are the same, all the black are the same. So this one's got that like little marking on it. It's got a bullet hole in it. So you got 1, 2. So you got 2 and 2. So you got 2. So you got 2, 2, and 2. That makes 2. I got 3. I got 2. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 3 yes and 3 no. Okay. This one here, you got a shield. Looks like you got a shield maybe. Yep, a shield, bullet hole, shield. So you got 3 shield and 3 bullet hole. All right. So there's your dice right there. So those are very game specific. We've got some cards here. So we can pull this apart without having to cut it. So it appears that we have, all right, so we have our player boards. So you got an EU medic. You got a shock trooper. You got an analyst. You got the sergeant. And you got the leader. Okay, so those are your 5 players for your EU team. Then you've got your 5 players for your CCC team. You got your gunner, incinerator, breacher, demo, and leader. So let's take a look at the leader. All the backs are the same. Okay, so it tells you personal abilities, corporate ability, reserve actions, command points, attack, excessive force, scanner, semi-automatic weapon. All right, so each of them have their own weapons. It's set up the same way. Point value, title, character, command points, and tells you all the stats that you would need for your character. So you got 5, so you got a total of 10 characters that you can have. We've also got a card deck here. Let's crack this open. Okay, there we go. So we got Op4, agent movement, got event cards, mission cards, agent movement, event. So let's look. You got Op4, agent movement, event, got mission. Let's go here. Op4, movement, put these events over here, missions, Op4. So it looks like each character might have their own possible. Here's some missions, for agent movement, events. So it could be 5 different ones for the different characters that you could play. Cards are a little thin, just like the cardboard's just a little thin. Nothing that it's bad, nothing that I would downplay it for or detract from it. You know, cards are just a little thinner. They're not the same quality like a playing card. They're a little thinner. This feels like more like a game that you'd find in Monopoly versus finding it in a board game. All right, so what we got here? You got events. So security level 1. So each event changes it up. So if you're at security level 1, this is what pops out. Number 2, these are what comes out. 3, 4. So it changes for every event that you have here. So event card will dictate depending on which level of threat level you're on, it'll tell you where you have what kind of characters going out. Again, you have the 1, you have a worker who's out there, you have a 1 and a 1 unique. But all the way down here, you got 1 worker, you got 3 section 3s, security force 4 in here. So you got a whole bunch of bad boys. All right, so that's your event cards. Your agent movement cards. If there are any red agent discs within 2 areas of a MERC, they move into line of sight. All right, blue, red. Okay, so we got, that's what I was wondering what those are for. The blue, the red, and the black. Secure level penalties. So there's your movement cards. So they're all set up the same way. Title, what they're doing, tells you how to respond for the different discs, and the security level penalties at the bottom. Okay. They're all set up identically the same. That's your movement cards. So we look at one of these, it says, if there are any red agent discs within 2 areas of a MERC, they move into line of sight. Blue agent discs move 2 areas towards orange. Red agent discs move 2 areas towards white. Black agent discs move 1 area on orange. Okay. Security level penalty. If security level 2 or higher, 1 black agent disc appears in 3 adjacent offices at building edge. All right, so you're putting these down to see where the movement is to track where the enemies are at. All right, that's cool. So the chits to let you know, so you don't know who you're fighting or how many you're fighting, just that they're there. So when you flip them, then you know what kind they are. Op4, you got your administrator, scientist, security force 4, security 3, 2, 1, and you got an analyst. So let's take a look at these guys. Again, they're all set up the same way. They have wounds, their defense. Not sure what this indicates here, but he's an analyst. Interrogation threshold is 2, primary and secondary. So all of it tells you the exact same thing. For those three, they're the analyst, the administrator, and the scientist, so the workers that are there. Right? Then we also have our different security level forces. So let's start off with 1, work our way through, because we know he's the weakest. He's got 2 wounds, armor 0, he's got 2 frostiness. Security force, pistol, attacks, moves range to attacks. All right. Security force, now again, attack, 4 level. Again, 3 wounds, everything's increasing as they get stronger. Of course, then 4 and then 5. Security force 5 has the best of weapons, attacks target range, all that stuff improves. So it improves as they get stronger, they get harder and harder to defeat, and they have better shooting. Awesome. All right, so that's agent movement, analyst, and then we've got some missions here. Again, these are the different missions that you have to go and do. So the code, Peekaboo, Protocol 7, Please Don't Kill Me, Protocol 7, Part 2, Get Some Rack Time, Protocol 7, Part 1. Oh, that was Part 3, sorry, Part 1. Unavoidable Casualties, Icebreaker, Tear It Down. So let's take a look here what we got. So let's find Protocol Part 1. There you go. Let's use this one as the example. It says here, Protocol 7, if it moves, shoot it. Objective 1, kill 12 Op 4 before the security level reaches 3. Special rules. Insertion point, you go in the elevator, place the open terminal in the data center. No additional agents are placed after initial setup. Breach and clear. Data center, all even positions, all red positions. Place the extraction point in one of the stairs. Objective 2, if all surviving mercs reach the extraction point, the players win. Resolution, set up a new building and proceed to mission Protocol 7 Part 2 if they win. So that's what it is. Those are your missions. So you get those in there. And last but not least, you get your different figures that you can build. Again, I have not yet built any of these characters. But you get the general gist. So you got bodies. A whole bunch of different guys you can build. Wow, give you a lot of options here. All right, so you give you, oof. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those guys. And again, buys are all pretty much the same. The bases are over there. You put them in there, you're going to paint those up, and they give you a bunch of accoutrements that you could set your guys up, from heads to weapons to all kinds of different choices. You glue them up, and you got your good guys, bad guys, or your security forces. There, you got them right there. So you got 10 of them in this bag here. And the bodies go in there. You got another bag of guys with a little bit of a different pose. This is your European guys who've got the kind of, I'm trying to show you the best I can. They got those hats on, the berets. That's your European Union guys. You got those, and you got a bunch of weapons and stuff that we use with that too. Again, these are to be built. Again, all the bodies are the same pretty much. And then you've got your, over here, you've got your other Merc team, which is, you got 5. So you got 5 of these guys here, which are your CCCs. And you've got your EU faction, which is here. And these are all your bad guys. So these are your bad guys. This is your CCC, and this is your EU here. Berets and the guys with the heavier armor are CCC. And that's everything you need right there. So there you have it. That's everything that's included. And this concludes our unboxing of the board game MERCS Recon Counter Threat, a fully cooperative game for 2 to 5 players, brought to you by MegaCon Games. For more information, go to megacongames.com. And as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Also, you could always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.